Alright, what it is, people? It's your boy YUGIOH. We are back with another deck profile. This time we have a top 32 Ycs Lille Melodious deck profile. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Make sure y'all share the videos. We hit 1,000 subscribers. I want to thank you all for that. But the grind continues, so let's get to the main deck. The main deck, we have a 41 card count. We have Couplet, the Melodious Songstress. So we played 3 of those. The Pendulum effect, you cannot pendulum summon except light monsters. This effect cannot be negated. If you do not control any face-up monsters other than Melodious monsters, you can add 1 Melodious spell / trap from your deck to your hand. You can only use this effect once per turn. Monster effect, if this card is added to your hand except by drawing it. For your normal draw, you can reveal this card, special summon 1 level 4 lower Melodious monster from your hand or graveyard. If a Melodious fusion monster is special summoned to your field while this card is face up in your extra deck, except during the damage step, you can place this card in the pendulum zone. You can only use each effect once per turn. So play 3 of those. Then we play 3 Refrain, the Melodious Songstress. Pendulum effect, you can target 1 Melodious fusion monster you control, send 1 Melodious monster from your deck to the graveyard, and if you do, the targeted monster gains attack equal to the level of that monster sent to the graveyard times 200 until the end of the turn. You can only use this effect of Refrain, the Melodious Songstress once per turn. If this card, the monster effect, if this card is normal special summon, you can add 1 Melodious monster from your deck to your hand except Refrain, the Melodious Songstress. If a Melodious fusion monster is special summoned to your field while this card is face up in your extra deck, except during the damage step, you can place this card in your pendulum zone. You can only use each effect once per turn. So we have 2 Soprano, the Melodious Songstress, 2 Sonato, the Melodious Diva, 1 Supina, Shupina, the Melodious Maestra, 1 Area, the Melodious Diva, 1 Cannon, the Melodious Diva, 3 Herald of the Orange Light, so basically one of the best hand traps in the game. When your opponent activates a monster effect, quick effect, you can send this card and 1 other fairy monster from your hand to the graveyard. Negate the activation. If you do, destroy it. So one of the best hand traps in the game. 3 Ash Blossom Joy Spring, arguably the best hand trap in the game. So we played 3 of those. 1 Effect Veller, 1 Nibiru the Primal Being, 1 Melodious Concerto, fusion summon 1 fairy fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand, field, and or pendulum zone. If a monster fusion summon is sent to the graveyard while this card is in your graveyard, even during the damage step, you can place this card on the bottom of your deck and then draw 1 card. You can only use each effect of Melodious Concerto once per turn. So we played 3 Ostinato, basically the branded fusion of this deck. If you control no monsters, fusion summon 1 Melodious fusion monster from your deck using 2 monsters from your hand and or deck as fusion material during the end phase of this turn. Destroy the monster fusion summon by this effect, and if you do, all the fusion materials that we use for its fusion summon are in your graveyard. You can special summon all of them. So basically a broken card. 1 first movement solo. Well, we play 3 first movement solo. If you control no monsters, special summon 1 level 4 lower Melodious monster from your hand or deck. You can only activate 1 first movement solo per turn. You cannot special summon monsters during the turn you activate this card, except Melodious monsters. So we play 3 of those. 2 Small World, very interesting. Reveal 1 monster in your hand, choose 1 monster from your deck that has exactly 1 of the same type, attribute, level, attack, or defense, and banish the revealed monster from your hand face down. Then add from the deck to your hand 1 monster that exactly has 1 of the same attribute, level, attack, or defense as the monster chosen from the deck, and banish the card chosen from the deck face down. You can activate 1 Small World per turn. So play 2 of those. 1 Pot of Prosperity, 1 Call by the Grave, 3 Infinite Impermanence, and a very interesting tech choice, 3 Power Sync Stone. Each time a monster effect is activated, place 1 spell stone counter on this card, max 2. While this card has 2 or more spell stone counters, face up monsters on the field cannot activate their effects, and their effects are negated. During the end phase, remove all spell stone counters on this card. So play 3 Power Sync Stone cards, very interesting. 3 Dominus Purge, if your opponent controls a card, you can activate this card from your hand. When a card or effect is activated that includes the effect that adds a card from the deck to the hand, negate that effect. Then if you have a trap card in your graveyard, destroy that card. If you activated this card from your hand, you cannot activate the effects of Dark, Water, and or Fire monster for the rest of its turn. You can only activate 1 Dominus Purge per turn, so play 3 of those for a 41 main deck count. The extra deck, we play 2 Flowering Istor, the Melodious Magnificent. Then we play 3 Baka, the Melodious Maestra, 2 Melodious monsters. While you control this fusion summon card, the activated effects of your Melodious fusion monsters cannot be negated. You can only use each of the following effects of Baka the Melodious Maestro once per turn. If this card is special summoned, you can special summon one Melodious monster from your deck. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target one Melodious monster in your graveyard, except Baka the Melodious, and special summon it in defense position. So we play 3 of those. Let's see, what's the name of this card? We played 2 Shiberta, the Melodious Maestro. During either player's turn, you can target up 3 cards in any graveyard, banish them, and if you do this card, gain 200 attack for each. This effect can only be used once per turn while this is face up on the field. Very, very powerful effect. 1 Bloom Diva, the Melodious Choir. 1 Elder Entity Entis. 1 Bloom Harmonist, the Melodious Composer. 1 Protector of the Agent's Moon. 1 SP Little Knight. 1 Gravity Controller. 1 Haggard Lizardos, and 1 number 41 Baguska, the Terrible Tired Tapir. The side deck, 3 more Charming Perilia. This card is almost in every side deck, mandatory if not the main deck. So play 3 of those for draw power. 1 Nemesis Flag, 1 Arch Nemesis Protos, very, very powerful card. 2 Dark Ruler No More, 3 Crossout Designator, 3 Ultimate Slayer, 1 Mariologic Aggregator, and then we have 1 Infernal Flame Banshee. So basically that wraps it up for the top 32 Melodious deck profile. Congratulations to this player for trying something different and getting the top with it. This your boy YGrind Yu-Gi-Oh. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, share the videos. We're out.